White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders held a press briefing today 12/12/2017 where she answered questions from news reporters on Trump's Kirsten Gillibrand tweets saying she would do anything for campaign contributions. Not so long ago, Sarah Sanders also responded to CNN reporter April Ryan that her mind is in the gutter for thinking that way on Trump's Gillibrand tweet 12/12/2017 new video. Sarah Sanders had a fiery exchange with reporters on Trump's tweets on Senator Kirsten Gillibrand where he said that Gillibrand will do anything for contributions. This is the latest and current events on Trump's White House press briefings with Sarah Sanders. Other top stories today are the Alabama Senate special election day where Doug Jones won over Moore. These are the latest breaking news today, December 12, 2017. Donald Trump threatens to veto Bernie's single-payer healthcare plan because it will be a curse on the U.S. and its people. In a tweet Thursday, President Trump threatened to veto any single-payer healthcare bill that came his way. A day after Senator Bernie Sanders introduced one, he also used the Democrats' increasing support of single-payer to wag a finger at his fellow Republicans who couldn't get healthcare done. Trump said he would veto a bill that would give all Americans healthcare because he loves the country and its people. President Trump on Thursday threatened to veto any single-payer healthcare plan, a day after Senator Bernie Sanders, IVT, introduced a Medicare for All bill to the Senate. Bernie Sanders is pushing hard for a single-payer healthcare plan, a curse on the U.S. and its people. I told Republicans to approve healthcare faster. This would happen, Trump tweeted from Air Force One as he returned to D.C. from Florida. But don't worry, I will veto because I love our country and its people. Trump's comment was not just a warning to Democrats, with more and more potential 2020 contenders lining up behind Sanders' plan, but Republicans too, as he once again admonished them for not getting an Obamacare repeal and replacement done during the early months of his administration. President Trump threatened to veto Senator Bernie Sanders' single-payer healthcare plan, labeling it a curse. President Trump also spoke about single-payer to reporters aboard Air Force One, calling it a terrible thing for our country. On Capitol Hill yesterday, Senator Bernie Sanders rolled out his Medicare for All plan, which is getting support from an increasing number of Democrats, including some rumored 2020 hopefuls. He made a similar comment to reporters aboard Air Force One, but left Sanders out of it. We got poorly treated on the healthcare plan, and now you see what's happening, where people are going single-payer. Exactly what I said would happen, he said, ribbing Republicans for their inaction and the fact that his own party, with no votes coming from Sens. Susan Collins, R. Maine, Lisa Murkowski, R. Alaska and John McCain, R. Arizona, derailed the Senate plan. He added that single-payer would be a terrible thing for our country. The president was echoing his spokeswoman to a T, with Sarah Huckabee Sanders going after Senator Sanders from the podium yesterday. She suggested that if there was a true appetite for government-run, single-payer healthcare, Sanders, a Democratic presidential candidate, would have won the election. The president, as well as the majority of the country, knows that the single-payer system that the Democrats are proposing is a horrible idea, she said Wednesday. Not only does the president not support it, but America doesn't support it, or Bernie Sanders would be sitting in the Oval Office right now. Just up the road on Capitol Hill, Sanders was unveiling his single-payer healthcare plan, surrounded by Democrats who have ambitions in 2020 and beyond. You, the Republican Party, have shown the American people what you stand for when you voted for legislation that would throw up to 32 million Americans off of the health insurance they have and, at the same time, give tax breaks to the rich and large corporations, Sanders said, taking aim at a GOP Senate healthcare plan that failed in July. You, the Republican Party, have no credibility on the issue of healthcare, Sanders said, railing against the opposition party. For the first time, a substantial number of Democrats have his back, with 16 other Democratic senators signing on to a Medicare for All plan, according to Sanders' office's count on Wednesday afternoon. Among them, a handful of Democrats being pointed at as presidential material, including Sens. Elizabeth Warren, D. Massachusetts, Al Franken, D. Minnesota, Kirsten Gillibrand, DNY, Cory Booker, DNJ, and Kamala Harris, D. Calif. Over on the House side, Representative John Conyers, D. Michigan, has introduced a similar bill, which had garnered 117 co-sponsors as of Wednesday morning. The bill introduced to the Senate today by the ex-presidential candidate would phase in government-run healthcare over 4 years. At the start, children 18 and under would be enrolled in Medicare, while the minimum age for seniors, which is now 65, would decrease. By year number 3, Medicare eligibility would be 35. And then the gap between 18-year-olds and 35-year-olds would be closed by year number 4.